what we've learned here is we need to get a bigger selfie stick, and B, it's a historic day today, 14th of September 2018. Not only have Channel 5 cancelled Big Brother, that's not going to be on TV anymore.
You're kidding.
No, but the Rugby Football League have cancelled the Super 8s, the format everyone loved, apart from nobody apparently, except me. And we've seen one of the games which has brought its downfall today here at Emerald Headingley Stadium, which will please the sponsors, because Leeds, as is their wont to do, win by 2 points, 18-16 on the buzzer, with a contentious penalty.
Certainly according to Salford coach Ian Watson.
Quote, we was robbed.
That's
with
what
a
he said.
Z and everything. Joke decision, I think he said, about the penalty that wasn't given before, which I have to say I didn't really notice, but never mind. Leeds have won 18-16, Phil. What do we say about that game?
I think we saw a game that was the exact reasoning why people wanted to decide that the 8s had no value anymore. That was a tough watch, as most of these games are in this competition. And speaking to people like Jamie Jones-Buchanan, who's been there, done that, won everything, saying these are the toughest games he's ever played. And it's not semi-finals, it's not finals, it's the fact that you become inhibited. And we have not seen a quality game tonight, if we're being perfectly honest. We've seen something that we had to endure rather than enjoy. 11,202 people here. I'm not sure how many of them will have gone away saying that was a really great experience. But quoting Sir Kevin Sinfield, now back in his palatial home, a win is a win. And actually, that is all that matters, that nobody will remember in the course of history the quality or otherwise of these matches. They will look at a league table and go, you need one more just to make sure that you're certain to be in Super League next year.
Let's hope when the loop fixtures come in that Salford and Leeds aren't drawn together 3 times next year. But it's not a knock on either side. We've both got some quality players, but today was just... I think the tone was set early on when both teams kicked a touch at 0-0, and you're thinking, yeah, this isn't going to be a great game.
I think I may have inadvertently coined a phrase last week, that this is rugby league rubbernecking. This is you know there's an accident out there and you really shouldn't look at it, but you can't help yourself. I'm just not sure how players develop. I'm not sure how the sport sells itself when the sole priority is survival. We've lost the aspect of quality. St Helens have won the League Leaders' Shield tonight. Great credit to them. They've been the most entertaining and consistent team over the year. Who was there?
Well, I've seen the video on social media. They don't look very excited. You know where at Castleford, people accuse them last year of over-celebrating, but St Helens not too bothered by winning said hubcap.
Which, again, is partly because we don't value it enough, but there's only 3 trophies to give out in a year. They've won one tonight, and nobody cares. Wigan have played Warrington tonight for, the 5th time? Likely there won't be a 6th, but mathematically there's still... I don't know, maybe there could be. And yet we're going back to loop fixtures, so I'm really not sure that we're addressing the issues. We're just finding a different way of shuffling the deck chairs.
And if you've missed it, Swinton and Rochdale may go down. One of them will do. One of them might not do. Yeah. And no one has a clue. And people book the holidays, and they may not be able to play. And
it's a toss of a coin.
And it's a toss. It's as we've said for weeks now, to change the format for next year. They should have just kept it as it was and then made the changes for 2020. And in changing the format for 2019, they've completely screwed up the end of the 2018 season.
I mean, I think if you're going to call yourself a professional sport, you can't make decisions like this. You cannot move the goalposts with 2 weeks to go. You can't add an extra fixture that will have a lot riding on it, at a whim. I think the issue is that if you really want to have 14 teams in the Championship next year, then you've got to start by saying the 12 that are in there currently stay there. And you've already got a process whereby you can get 2 promoted. Why on earth we're giving... either Rochdale needed to be told today, you are in and plan accordingly, or, we have to keep League One sacrosanct. You can't be saying to teams 2 weeks out from the end of the season, you may be playing in another game. It's nonsense.
It's almost as if League One is the bastard stepchild of the Championship, and no one really knows what to do with it, as they haven't done since it was rebranded from National League 3 or whatever.
And I just think, again, the issue is not what has been discussed today. Money, of course, is key for the clubs, and they need to preserve as much of that as they can to develop in the way they want to. But where does the sport want to go? The clubs have a vested interest. Somebody outside of that needs to say, this is the view, the vision, the plan for where the sport is going in 5, 10 and 15 years' time. And if we want to have, ideally in terms of fixtures and not have loops, 14 clubs or 16 clubs, how are we going to get there? What is the roadmap to get us to more full-time professional clubs at a Super League level? And merely taking away the 8s and giving us loop fixtures instead is not the answer. It's expediency of the worst kind.
What I should have done is recorded your chat in the cafe here before the game. We were trying to get your head around what's happening at the bottom of the championship.
I think that we sat there, didn't we, over our plate of chips and went, just read that to me one more time, because I think, again, toss of a coin. I mean, let's get this right. There is going to be a game where promotion or relegation is at stake, and the venue for that game is going to be decided by the toss of a coin.
What if, like, I don't know what the fixtures are in the football world, if, you know, teams are at home and they have to, well, I don't know, it's a mess.
Well, and
of our own
as
creation.
Leon Price said, along with a lot of other people, but he was the person that I saw on social media the first, his team could be involved in this. You know, but if it goes to seeding at the moment, York will go up as of right, Bradford will go up through the playoffs, and maybe Workington will be playing Rochdale to decide that final place. How is he going to tell his players who've all booked their holiday thinking the end of season was date X that they got to delay it by a week because it's now date Y? When is that game going to be? You know, the grand final weekend has always focused solely on 70-odd thousand people at Old Trafford and making the grand final event. How are we going to say, we're having the grand final, but tomorrow in maybe Rochdale we've got a playoff for promotion? You know, just decide what we want to be, how we're going to get there, and stick to it, please.
We don't know. I think they're going to kick us out here because it's kicking out time at Headingley. We'll be back on Monday to talk about, hopefully, Rugby League.
That'd be good.
Widnes and Halifax tomorrow. I should say Halifax, Leeds' next opponents. Leeds and Salford both on 8 points now at the top of the qualifiers table. Kevin Sinfield, Sir Kevin, as Phil calls him. Not a natural night, as people believe still. Very praiseworthy of Halifax and Richard Marshall, buttering them up ahead of next week's game at the Shea, which everyone's looking forward to. Should be an interesting afternoon.
And it'd be great for Halifax because it's a long time since Leeds have played there. It's a natural rival. There's a historic link between the clubs, and hopefully, whatever happens, there's at least 5,000 people there to watch.
And hopefully for the RFL and their coffers, if they want to make some money this weekend, just go and watch the press conference Ian Watson gave today. And plenty of reasons there. And we like Ian.
We're big fans.
He's not anti-Salford propaganda. He's anti the previous man, him. But Ian Watson we like, but don't have a go at the referee.
It means a lot. We understand that. But there are 79 and a half other minutes in that game.
We was robbed is the headline. We're back on Monday. Keep your eyes out on at Forty20 Live, at Forty20 Magazine on Twitter. Yes.
Everything.
Facebook. You know the deal. Just keep looking, and we'll catch you back on Monday to talk more Rugby League, live between 6 and 8 on Facebook and the podcast, of course. Record numbers. I think I'm supposed to say that. So thank each and every one of you for downloading it. We're going to be more places, easier to find. Even though we keep moving, as it says in the current issue of Forty20 magazine, you can run, but you can't hide from Forty20 Live. Almost
We'll
rhymed.
find you. We'll find you.
Almost rhymed. Press stop now.